Sacramento, California. On the morning of May 13, 2025, a disturbing call came into the Sacramento Police Department just after 9 a.m. A man was reportedly walking along North 16th Street, brandishing a handgun and pointing it at random people in the area. Minutes later, the same caller updated dispatch saying the suspect had moved northbound toward the 200 block of North 16th Street, still openly displaying the weapon.
Do not! He's got it. Yeah, that's a gun. Do not reach for that gun. Do not reach for that gun. Come back over this way. Sleeve backdrop. Do not reach for that gun. Do not. Put your hands in the air. Come back around. We would like to help you. Do not reach for that gun. Do not reach for that gun. Do not reach for that gun.
At 9:13 a.m., Officer number 1 arrived and located the suspect, quickly joined by 2 additional officers. They noticed what looked like a firearm in the suspect's pocket and issued multiple commands, instructing him to stay on the sidewalk and keep his hands away from the weapon.
Keep going! No, I cannot see! I cannot see! I cannot see! He's got the gun! Get back! Get back! Get back! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Instead, the man ignored the warnings, stepped toward the officers, and shouted for them to shoot. As he continued to advance and pulled the firearm from his pocket, officers were forced to respond.
Off the gun. Just get your hand off it.
No, I cannot see. I cannot see. I cannot see. He's got the gun. Get back. Get back.
Sir.
3 officers discharged their weapons, striking the suspect. They immediately secured the weapon, later confirmed to be a replica, and rendered emergency aid. The suspect survived his injuries and was later booked into the Sacramento County Main Jail on several charges, including brandishing an imitation firearm and resisting arrest.
Facing the wrong way on the ramp on Central 114.
Los Angeles, California, on April 23, 2025 at approximately 2:05 p.m., LAPD officers patrolling near West 113th Street and Compton Avenue spotted 36-year-old Osmond Briseno, a suspect wanted for child abduction and known to carry firearms. When officers attempted a traffic stop, Briseno sped off, triggering a short pursuit that ended on the eastbound 105 freeway on-ramp at Central Avenue.
Don't reach! Stop reaching!
Get the fuck on the ground!
Briseno exited his vehicle with a backpack and ignored repeated commands not to reach inside. He then fled on foot towards Central Avenue with officers in pursuit. As he reached the intersection, Briseno abruptly turned, reached into the backpack, and was shot by an officer fearing an imminent threat.
Drop the bag! Drop the bag!
Drop the fucking gun!
Drop the fucking bag! Don't fucking reach!
Don't you fucking move!
Don't fucking reach! Don't fucking reach!
Briseno collapsed and was taken into custody, then transported to a nearby hospital for treatment. He was absentee booked for an unrelated assault with a deadly weapon case and other felony warrants. No firearms were recovered, and no officers or bystanders were injured.
Get out of the car!
At approximately 12:08 p.m. on March 7, 2025, in Bismarck, North Dakota, police received a distress call from a young man claiming that a woman was trying to run him over with her vehicle. Officers quickly responded to the scene, where they encountered the suspect, later identified as Udell. Without warning, Udell accelerated her car directly toward Officer James in what appeared to be a deliberate and violent act.
Shots fired! Your head! Show your hands!
Shots fired!
Show your hands!
In a split-second reaction to the imminent threat, Officer Anderson discharged his firearm, striking Udell. Her vehicle continued forward before finally coming to a stop atop a snowbank. During the attack, Officer James was hit by the car and violently thrown into the air, suffering injuries to his head, arm, and leg. His head came to rest partially beneath a fence, adding to the severity of the impact. Officer James was rushed to the hospital and fortunately released later that same day. Despite efforts to render aid, Udell was pronounced dead at the scene. The case remains under investigation, but the swift actions of law enforcement likely prevented further harm.
Get out of the car! Shots fired! Officer hit! Show your hands! Shots fired! Show your hands! Put your hands on your head! Please, no, man, no! Hey!
In Milwaukee, a bizarre case of repeat crime made headlines when Daniel Barton managed to steal 2 police squad cars just months apart. The first theft happened in December 2022 during a routine traffic stop. As officers briefly turned their attention away, Barton seized the moment, jumping into a squad car and speeding off.
Improvement vehicle 106 heading southbound on Holton Street. Lights are still on. Holton what? Holton and...
Dashcam footage captured him laughing as he blew through stop signs, swerved between vehicles, and launched over a bump before abandoning the car. Officers eventually found him hiding inside a trash can and placed him under arrest. A few months later, Barton pulled off the same stunt again. During another stop, stunned officers watched their patrol car disappear once more at Barton's hands. "Is that your squad?" one officer asked in disbelief. He was captured just 10 minutes later and now faces multiple misdemeanor charges.
855, come up to the alley. So I was like, put your hands on your head! I don't have a case. Sorry.
On April 3rd, 2024, at around 5:41 p.m., officers responded to a report of a disturbance involving a weapon at a residential address. Upon arrival, they encountered the victim in the front yard, visibly shaken and injured. According to reports, the suspect, identified as Tae Young Truitt, had been engaged in a heated argument with the victim. During the altercation, he pointed a gun at her, threatened to slap her, and then struck her on the back of the head with the weapon, turning the confrontation violent. As the sound of approaching sirens grew louder, young Truitt and his accomplice, Crump, fled the scene in a vehicle. Their escape triggered an immediate police search to locate and apprehend the suspects. On June 6th, a tragic confrontation in Utah ended in gunfire when police responded to a 911 call from a woman reporting that her ex-husband was violating a protective order and acting erratically.
Get back! Get back! Get down! Careful!
When officers arrived, 36-year-old Brian Simon opened fire without warning. The sudden attack sparked a chaotic shootout, during which one officer was injured. Despite repeated commands to stop, Simon continued firing, forcing officers to respond with lethal force. Simon was fatally shot at the scene. The incident has reignited important conversations around domestic violence, mental health struggles, and the life-threatening risks officers face in the field. On March 4th, 2024, a Florida Highway Patrol officer spotted a white Dodge Charger with heavily tinted windows speeding along Highway 75. When Trooper Skira tried to initiate a traffic stop, the driver refused to comply, gunning the engine and veering onto an exit ramp in an attempt to evade capture. But the trooper wasn't backing down. The suspect, later identified as Tobias Cody, re-entered the highway, darting between cars at over 120 miles per hour. As the pursuit intensified, Trooper Prosper joined the chase to assist. Just moments later, it seemed like Prosper might have crashed, but in truth, he had executed a precise maneuver that ended the pursuit right there on the highway. When the scene was finally secured, both Cody and his passenger, Roosevelt Williams, were taken into custody without further incident. Inside the vehicle, officers recovered marijuana and a loaded handgun. Both suspects now face multiple charges, including aggravated fleeing, battery, and property damage. What began as a routine traffic stop quickly escalated into a high-speed pursuit, another reminder of how fast things can spiral out of control on the road.
Okay, he's exiting I-4. He's westbound, going to be westbound on I-4.
11, you want us to pick it up?
With a police helicopter following his every move, Kevin made sure the pursuit wouldn't be easy. He sped down the highway at over 100 miles per hour, making it nearly impossible for officers on the ground to deploy spike strips with precision. The first attempt failed as Kevin swerved past it and took a quick exit, hoping to throw the police off his trail.
Down there. 60 to 64, make sure you got hard cover. You're the next one in line. And activate your BWC.
Going westbound. He's either going eastbound or he's going to continue.
6 hit under I-4.
Good job.
Okay, continuing west, increasing speed.
What's the status on Central?
They've got the information, we don't know who's en route yet.
But the helicopter above never lost sight of him. On the second try, officers successfully placed spike strips, and this time they hit their mark. Kevin's tires began to fail, but he kept going, swerving through traffic and pushing his luck as the car's condition rapidly deteriorated. Eventually, his luck ran out when he lost control and careened into a swamp.
Mostly got a slight weave in it, but he's still center lane westbound. Looks like normal speed almost. All right, he's off. He's off again, spinning. He's off. He's in the water. In the water, right hand side.
Units, you're covering each other. Air 1, car into the water.
Affirmative. He's off to the right in the water. He's in the ditch. They have not exited yet. Doors open, but he has not exited.
Alright guys, he's about to bail. Get hard cover.
Okay, you got one white male coming out the driver's side. He's not running. There's also another person inside the vehicle.
It's over your head! Ah! Step away from the car! Step away from the car! Hands up! Hands up!
Guys, calling out to you.
Face away! Face away! 10-3, felony stop.
Keep your hands up! Keep your hands up! Keep your hands up in the car! Who'll open your shirt?
Officers quickly surrounded the vehicle and took Kevin into custody. He now faces charges including reckless driving, driving without a license, and resisting arrest. His passenger, who appeared frightened and uninvolved in the pursuit, was not charged. The high-speed chase may have ended in the mud, but it left behind a trail of danger and a clear reminder of the risks of fleeing from law enforcement.
Everybody, great job. Textbook police work.
On July 15, 2023, Wesley made a bold escape while being transported to prison. In a frantic bid for freedom, he carjacked 2 victims and sped off in a stolen blue Camaro. What followed was a wild high-speed chase through rural Wisconsin, with Wesley swerving into oncoming traffic and dodging spike strips as officers struggled to bring him down. Just as it seemed the chase might stretch on, the Camaro began to slow, thanks to OnStar, which had remotely disabled the engine after the car's owner reported it stolen. Trapped on a highway ramp, Wesley found himself surrounded. The moment officers drew their weapons, the self-proclaimed tough guy broke down in tears. But his record told a different story. Earlier that same day, he had stolen a van, crashed it, and injured someone in the process. Now back in custody, Wesley was shackled to a hospital bed and charged with multiple felonies, including carjacking, reckless endangerment, and battery on a police officer. With a possible 40-year sentence looming, it remains to be seen whether this will be the end of Wesley's dangerous attempts to escape justice.
Stop it.
Make it clear. Danny Moore, hang on. Please don't kill me, guys. If you
On September 18, 2024, in Fort Smith, Arkansas, State Trooper Matthew Price was patrolling North 6th Street when a red Dodge 3500 speeding toward him raised suspicion. The truck had been reported stolen earlier that day in Ozark. Trooper Price quickly turned around and activated his lights, but 31-year-old Tyler Jones wasn't about to pull over. Instead, he floored it, launching into a high-speed getaway that topped 100 miles per hour. Tyler's escape plan quickly turned unconventional. Swerving off the main road, he tore through a massive soybean field, sending the truck bouncing wildly across the uneven terrain. But his off-road detour made him easier to track. He drove in a straight line, allowing Trooper Price to stay locked in behind him. Tyler then darted onto the wrong side of the road, tore through a gas station, and sped down another dirt road, kicking up clouds of dust as bystanders pointed officers in the right direction.
Get in there. That's not the flash that's in your door.
I got crap everywhere.
I was stuck at 61 and the way I was coming back.
Yeah, you're good.
The wild chase came to a dramatic end when Tyler plowed straight into the Arkansas River. Even then he wasn't done. Tyler tried to swim away, while passengers Dusty Gregory and Callie Paul fled on foot. But backup arrived quickly, and all three were taken into custody, facing multiple charges including felony fleeing and possession of stolen property. Join us for our thrilling shoots if you crave more heart-pounding action and breathtaking excitement. Don't go anywhere because we're just getting started. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned so you don't miss out on the next shocking moments coming your way soon.